Gaeilge Weekly is brought to you by Learn Irish Online. For way more shows, videos, podcasts and courses for learning the language, head to learnirishonline.com or patreon.com/learnirishonline.
You've been the best of times, you walk me through my darkest days. Why must I turn around? I ask myself. This just ain't fair, so hard to bear. I'm not really sure these days. You walk me, you don't
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zigwits, Mods and Wa, Sononama. How are we all doing this week? Constantine Woods Galair on Tsachthan Sho. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, Gurmina Mod as Tuanal Isteacht, Mar is Gnach here on the world's most listened to Irish language podcast on So Air on Podcairle Gaeilge. Is Mo Dhaoine Gaeilge Weekly for episode number 105. Today, Lai Agron Iver Céadaoin Unyo. Very, very happy to be back talking to you again. Long sauce that I've rash ag lauert lat arish. Hope everything is going well. Hope the week is going well, or the weekend if you're listening a few days after this is coming out. Tásúlagam gohfuil an Tsachthan ag dul goma no an éisteacht ma tátu ag éisteacht leis seo cúpla lá tar éis dó a theacht amach. I said when I was recording the other two versions of the podcast, so dúirt mé na rime ag tafadú an Gnáthleagan eile dun fud creile, that it doesn't happen often, not mean say ag tarlú gomininic that I record on a Friday, because I did those two on a Friday, ní harlín sé gomininic gomín mé ag tafadú Gaeilge Weekly an ine, mar rinne mé an dá cheann sin an ine. And I must say, it doesn't happen ever. In fact, I think it's never happened that I record on a Sunday. Ceapan nach bhfuil sé tarlaithe riomh mahéal go mbíonn mé ag tafadú an domhnach. So I don't think it's ever happened that I record on Sunday, but that is what I'm doing today. Sin cad atá siúl agam inniu, because I'm going to be on holidays tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, heading down to Cadiz, which is one of the places I spoke about last week on the podcast. Cadiz ceann to the hásanna around me ag lauert friú an Tsachthan Scatsa on Bud Creile heading down there for 2 or 3 days with friends, just I suppose get away from the heat for a while, have a little bit of a recess, enjoy some time off, tatnav a winch as Bígí seer. And I know I was speaking loads about Spain and Andalusia and Seville, thus is some ground me ag lauerts a lán rudí, ag lauert faoi a lán rudí an Tsachthan Scatsa Madra le Seville and Andalusia on Spain, so not going to go over that again today. Going to be speaking about something different níl mé hon. Dul sir sin arish inniu by mid ag lauert faoi rud éigean tifriúil. But it is funny, I suppose, that the attitude towards summer, especially in the south of Spain here, is quite different towards the attitude of summer at home. Tá dearcha tá daoine ó thaobh an táirite socht difriúil an so go háirithe in éasceart na Spáine, especially in the south of Spain, ag gcomhpháirtíocht le arás an éireann compared to, let's say, back in Ireland. Because back in Ireland it's just seen, I suppose if you're a teacher it's different, or if you have a job where you get the summer off, man tá post agat agus fáin tú on Sour Sear, or if you're a student and you don't have to go to college or school, má tá tú with a walk lane agus ní caithí tú dul go tí an ollscoil, ní caithí tú dul scoil an tairí. But for most people, let's be honest, most people still work almost just as much in the summer as they would the rest of the year an chuid smód sa daoine in éireann bíonn siad ag déanú an méid céanna ibre mar a bheith siad ag déanú taobh muid since hours they'd be doing outside of the summer on chuid eile den bhlín the rest of the year. But here, I suppose, because it's too hot to be doing anything, really, and especially in Seville, it's almost too hot to live here in July and August. There should be enough, like, roiche, hunave, I the honian show, miúil, millions. That's a bit dramatic, really, when you think about the bigger things going on in the world. It's definitely not. I'll be here for most of July and August, on chuid mó de viúil agus millions. So, but too hot, I suppose, do a few things in terms of be out under the sun all day. It's not like living in Malaga where you could go out in a park and sun yourself for most of the day and it's fine. There's or maybe places in north of Spain or France or Germany, or even at home this weekend, the weather was seemingly amazing. Hula mé grá an aimsir gahíntaach ar an éir an tíir seachtainna seo kind of goes a bit too far. So you're almost trying to stay indoors and trying to get places with aircon and so on. Tá tú déanamh uireacht chun fannacht tíomhaiste agus a bheith in áiteanna le aircon agus mar sinne. So because of that, like the amount of work people do here in July and August is a lot less than the rest of the year. An méid zibre a dhéana daoine an seo mí lúnasa agus mí úlach níos mó I mí lúnasa mór in August. It's a lot less. Tá sé wad níos lú ná the rest of the year an chuid eile den bhliain, and people get away and go to the coast or go to a different country if they can manage it. Mátá siad den ann, change siad go tír eile, change siad thar lear. And yeah, I guess that's something that's a bit different in Ireland for obvious reasons because of the weather and also cultural reasons and different things, you know, fána. No, is tócha motives spraga of winning leis an gultúr ach freisin. Níos mó na aon rud marial ar an aimsir. So these type of trips, I'm getting more used to them the longer I live here, even though my job isn't connected to Spain. Cénach will mo fust ceangail se leis an Spáin. Thankfully, I have the independence or the luck, I suppose, or the fortune tá an tá that I can just take a few days off go freidslam cúpla lá a hógáil sir anytime really I want. Of course, still a lot of work to be done, and normally you have to do the work then beforehand or afterwards. Fós cai tú an obair dhéanamh rih ré nó inia na leitheann de sira. So kind of works out the same either way, but I'm lucky I have that flexibility on salúpocht sin and to be able to kind of take those few days off, head down to Cadiz, just chill out for a few days, be by the sea, a bit cooler than here in Seville, ní sa chomh te mar atá sé an seo is Seville, and that's the plan for the first few days of this week. Sin an plan le an chéad cúpla lá den tachtain seo, nó stocha an tachtain seo thugan as I'm recording on Sunday agus mise ag tafaidú inniu Céadaoin. So yeah, I think first ever probably episode of the podcast being pushed out on a Sunday morning or being recorded, I should say, an chéad agrant in fud Curl Reeve a rinne mé nó a hafid mé an dawnach on any Sunday. Maybe there was one last year before holidays, but very much looking forward to that. And nice kind of lifestyle of coming and going, I suppose, during the summer here from Seville down to the coast for a few days, another week or two in Seville, another few days down in the coast, and so on. Agus mar sinse. But today, I know I was speaking a lot about Spain and Seville and Lucia and the summer here last week. Tá an gra méid leabhart fí lán rudaí a bhaineann leis sin, leis an Spáin, leis Seville an Sachtan Scotcha. So I wanted to speak about something different today. Bhí mé géirí leabhart faoi rud aigean beaganaí difriúlainn, yeah? And that's something I suppose I've spoken about on the podcast before. Sin rud Tá rát agam, nó tá sais lá náma cat agam ar an budcréile ag leabhart faoi seo. Spent a lot of time on the podcast speaking about this. In fact, it was a bit of a joke for a while on the podcast that regardless of what I was speaking about every week, there'd be at least one reference go make ar liad taggarts amháin gach seachtain every week towards this thing, and that is Oasis. And Oasis is my favourite band, my favourite artist of all time. I know it is for a lot of people, especially I think a lot of guys go hoirithe lai along lads, along buchali, along fear, of all ages really, from 16 all the way up to 50 or 60 shades like the Gaeilge, no Seasca. Obviously, especially in England and the UK, go hoirithe Ceisteanna agus an Déanta, but in Ireland as well. And that's something I want to talk about later, is actually the Irish connection that Oasis have an nasc éarnach atá ag Oasis. But as a lot of people will know listening to this, mar soul's eve, well, ní gach duine ach mar soul, the bealna gach duine ceapan ag éisteacht leis an budcréile seo. Oasis have got back together for the first time in 15 or 16 years. So tá Oasis anis arás le chéile don chéadóir tar éis 5 bliana nó 6 bliana jeg, 15 or 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. It's 15 years after the announcement last year. 5 bliana jeg tar éis an fógra an Nuri, when they announced they're again back together at the end of last August, ag deire bhí Lúnasa an Nuri. And it's crazy how fast the time goes. Tá sé dulchreid to kick up tapi agus imíon an Tom, because they've already done the first few gigs, tan céad chúpla gig Déanta acu hána féin. And I know obviously, throughout May and June, there's more and more build-up to it. Probably less than I expected. We actually need to hype, no build-up, not Marvime. Exulesh, like there still hasn't been an interview with the two brothers together. Fósní lein aglah leis an bhirt strathorcha le chéile, which I was a bit disappointed about. And I was wondering, do they get on at all now? And ráite siad le chéile a churbe inis, are they literally just doing this for the money? And because Noel got a divorce, we Colscara, ag Noel, a Nuri, Galvley, Hinish, Capim 2 years ago now, maybe just needs to cash in. There was a big divorce bill and all that. We bill of Colscara on the war, August Marshin. But then I wanted to kind of wait until see, well, first if they actually did the tour, because there's always this threat and it might happen. They're going to turn boggart chun on chance shot, this kind of chance that they might fall out and just call the rest of the gigs off. Gwil si ton titamach agus nach gwil si ton the kiol churmacha ella a yenu. But I wanted to wait until they started. I wanted to wait to see was it any good. Vi me guri fánacht agus, fangavek bits on will say actually gama. Let's wait and see, is it actually good, and how Liam's voice is, which there are some doubts over. If couple of doubt madra le go Liam, and see if they're actually get on stage, or are they being kept apart the whole time, and will na hagrori the organisers ag déanú éisteacht hon I the chuinneáil is dócha on a chéile from each other on Tom fad. And listen, I've not been, I don't have tickets to any of those gigs in the UK or Ireland. Neil tickets agam line a gig in a shin so Déanta in Éireann. If anybody's got a ticket, if anybody would like to say thank you for doing Gaeilge Weekly last few years, Mothú dana guri gormad or all no buchas a gawl as Gaeilge Weekly a yellow the couple news and has a spare ticket for any show in the UK or Ireland across any point in July and August. I will make it there, and I'd be extremely grateful, and will pay you whatever you paid for it. To my lawn sauce on ich as and ticket pay, well, not any amounts, but realistically a lot of amounts. Alon stocha maidsana to frula for a ticket. Get in touch with me. But I don't think that's going to happen. Ní cheapan will say shun entirely because they're like gold dust at the moment. But that's okay. I still seen a lot of videos on YouTube. Someone's just put up on YouTube actually the full 2-hour set from their first show. Somebody bootlegged it or recorded it. Bhí den éigen ag tafadú on the chéad show or rinne siad ag Cardiff on Sacht and Scotsa, and it sounded great. It sounded mega, as they say over in England. Mar it's Ernst Hall and Shane is Sassana. It sounded biblical, as Liam Gallagher says on Tom Erfod the whole time. So we're really happy they're back together and that the shows have started. They were in Manchester this weekend, and I think they play in Manchester again tonight. Ceapan Gúil siad ag Casú Rís Manchan na Nucht, or maybe it's tomorrow or in a few days. Chance Gúil say Omork no ag Gian Cúpla Law. But it's brilliant, and listen, I know there's loads of people. I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you or somebody Mothú ag éisteacht leis an bud creile seo by Alan sim ag agatsa no ag duine éigean bhfuil at na agatarhu, so you or somebody will be really, really kind of interested in Oasis, or by Shiftocha or Gafa or in Raw Oasis. You'll be obsessed or really into or in love with Oasis. So I know that's not a very unique thing, but I suppose maybe it means a bit more to me. Listen, I'm not going to say I'm the number one Oasis fan in the world. Nima hun gra goal misha mar fan iver a hain downs Oasis, but I suppose while there's a lot of people just say, oh yeah, I love, the few big songs, Wonderwall, Live Forever, Don't Look Back in Anger. For me, it's much deeper, in terms of all the other albums as well. Way more songs. I mean, 40, 50, 60 songs that Oasis put out have been important in my life, whether it be Hello or Gas Panic or Go Let It Out or Stop Crying Your Heart Out or Shaker Maker or Listen Up or Bonehead's Bank Holiday or whatever. And there's way more ones that are way more niche than that as well. A wad nís mochin will nís niche, not all nís is doch keen or le kind of unique or specific ones as well. And I love the big ones. I mean, people take jokes or make jokes about Wonderwall, for example. I've been dealing Maguf with Wonderwall, but Wonderwall's an unbelievable song at the end of the day, even if it might be overplayed and a bit cliche. Kego will say buganin cliche agus Kego Gertzer on Tower on Sin Shul Rovinnick. It's still an unbelievable piece of music and an unbelievable anthem. Aron Duchredza atá Auna's piece of kjol Duchredza atá Aun. So, and I suppose I think of my life in different ways. It's all good saying the music is great, but as well, I think one of the reasons why and a lot of people just have are obsessed really with Oasis, an fá ó mise agus a lá daoine eile bhfuil si ghfuil mis gafa le Oasis. It's not just because of the music, it's all good releasing great music, but it's buying more into the people in the band, the stories behind the band, the history. So you could speak about a million things. It's Rachel at Lord Sweet, the million ruddy. For example, mar hampla, obviously Noel and Liam, there's other members of the band, but if you look at Noel and Liam, who are obviously the heart of Oasis, tá siad san is dócha mar crí de Oasis, like their personalities, the way they are, an chuí a bhfuil siad, the way they live their lives, an chuí a bhíonn siad. Ag Mark Dahl, though, it's just like dull treats on sale or law going through life from day to day. Their insight on stuff, some people may be saying, what are you on about their insight? These guys don't seem like philosophers or anything like that, but I've huge respect for both of them, the way they live their lives, that they do what they want to do, and they're not kind of changing who they are. Níl siad chun stochi théana ahrú lahe ein daoine eile. They're just completely themselves. Tá siad céad fungéid mar iad hain, and they're not trying to put on an act, or they're not buying into a lot of the nonsense that is in the media and that other people or the big corporations might want them to do. Níl siad is dócha ag éirí ein rud a dhéanamh bhfuil na corporations ag éirí gnéann hí siad. They're not fake, níl siad breagach ar corbit. They make mistakes. They made plenty of mistakes over the years don yeart. Botún Déanta it's reason blinta, but instead of saying, oh, I'm really, really sorry if it was taken this way, just saying, no, I made the mistake. I'll apologise to the person, directly who maybe was hurt by it. Is doch a rá ghfuil brodarm go dtí an duine díreach an duine iad hain a bhí gortaithe margheall an rud a rinne méid that's kind of hurt by the mistake I did, and then I'm moving on. You can't make me feel bad, or you can't make me feel worse for just being who I was or just making a mistake. And he fades a lot. Is doch brew a chur orm to put pressure on me to do something on rud aigen a dhéanamh. I love how funny there is even them kick ground versáisií love their music, both obviously from the Oasis days, but as well as that their solo craze and rud atá Déanta acu hain, Noel Gallagher's Flying Birds, and Liam Gallagher his own solo projects, and all their different music as well. And just their, I suppose, their approach towards life of enjoying life, not overthinking it, not forcing it. Ní ag smaoinú an umcur fruúdaí, ní ag cur ílach ar rudí freisin. That's something Noel always talks about, is not trying to chase something gan a bheith is dó ag dul sa tóir ar rud aigen. That for me is what is one of the main kind of things underpinning Oasis, and that Oasis attitude. Again, people who don't understand it will look from the outside and just say it's kind of football fans bordering on kind of casual culture or hooligan culture. Daoine nach bhfuil isach really cadatá I gceist le Oasis. Tá siad san chun féchan spéids ar an rúpa agus ar Monaceol, and just say it's just lads in England, kind of casual culture, lads and sin is sasana culture casual, on the hookdagy, on the nokadagy is sasana from the 80s, from the 90s, that kind of end of not the end of football hooliganism, but the decline of football hooliganism, and I suppose post-rave scene, or people who didn't get into the rave scene in the UK, especially in the Northwest, in Manchester, Liverpool, who were in the football scene before and moved then more into indie rock, and what went on from there in terms of different bands that followed Oasis, Bonnie Chod Zifrul, all the way up to present day, Jerry Cinnamon, Sam Fender, which are kind of like the follow-on in the legacy of Oasis. Tá siad san mar an chéad grŵp an na chéad daoine eile an sin sa legacy atá fáca ag Oasis. It's complex. There's a lot of different elements. Tá sé casta, tá lán elements agus lán gnéthe, a lot of aspects Jeffrula ag buint leis. But that for me is one of the reasons I like it. Obviously the Irish connection, and Noel has spoken about the Irish connection. Let me get this quote up. Actually, he's often said, well, I don't have any English blood in me at all. Níl aon fuil sasnach onam herbe. So therefore, how can I be described as Irish, or how can I be described as English rather? Cin chuí old an chuirsís a dhéanamh orm mar sasnach. And he talks about, obviously both, maybe not obviously, a lot of people may not know, seans ma nach bhfuil sé seo ar eolas ag Alan Daoine, but both of their parents, an bhirt Hismóthirí is as éireann, I think the father, who they don't really have any contact with now, an tathair nach bhfuil aon sagháil acu leis inis. He's from Duleek in County Meath. Definitely from Duleek. I'm not sure where Duleek is. I think it's in County Meath. Ceapan go bhfuil say gunnaí na mí. And then the mother who they're still very close to, a Water agus tá siad san fós an chungrach léhi. She is from Charlestown in Mayo. Is as Charlestown I gunnaí Mayo I Peggy Gallagher. And a quote here from Noel. So quote on show o Noel Gallagher. Oasis could never have existed or been as big or been as important, been as flawed or been as loved and loaded. I can't pronounce that word, TH. If we weren't all predominantly Irish. Oasis could never have existed, been as big, been as important, been as flawed, been as loved and loaded if we weren't all predominantly Irish. And I think that says a lot as well. Ceapan gníarn sa sin a lán rudí freisin, and there's certainly a connection in Ireland with Oasis's music. An auto ceangal an sin in Éireann le ceol Oasis agus an ceol sin go háirithe ó thuaisceart hasanna, especially from the north of England, because in England you have this big class divide, is tócha an scara sin, agat is hasanna idir an Luchdibre agus an Meánachma, so between the working class and the middle class. And Ireland is very much, regardless of money nowadays or how great the Irish economy is, níman ag labhairt san isrí comhpháirtíocht agus atá éireann inis agus an méid airgid atá in éireann inis. But I suppose culturally or psychologically ó thaobh cultúr de ó thaobh sa chóilíochta de freisin. Éireann we're definitely, or always have been, a lot more like people in the north of England, and a lot of that goes the other way. That a lot of people in the north of England, and again more of the working class in England, are Irish or were Irish, like the Gallagher brothers, like the Gallagher family, cosú leis na Dúchóracha Gallagher agus an Clán Gallagher came over from Ireland at some point during the 20th century, even before that. Tháinig siad go héireann an sin méigean I rith an fiú híis, nó b'éidir I rith an níú híis déag. And that is something that I think you can't talk about Oasis without going into that. Ní féidir le labhairt faoi Oasis gan a bheith labhairt faoi sin and gan a bheith smaoinú faoi sin without thinking about that as well. I mean, of the 5 original band members, every single member had Irish parents. As an chúgur bhfuil a thosaigh Oasis, bhí hismóthirí éarnacha ag gach ceannach, obviously Liam and Noel, but Bonehead as well. Tony McCarroll probably came from the biggest Irish family, the original drummer, an chéad drummer, a bhí achub agus Gwigsy, cadé an mumlantá Gwigsy, his full name, Alan McGuigan, I think, or let's check this, Gwigsy, Oasis, tá Jamie JRE on Joe Rogan Experience ag tastal someone to look up all these things. Paul McGuigan, but known almost exclusively as Gwigsy, is an English retired musician, And most of those guys were born late 70s, early 60s. So the real kind of cultural element to that and what life was like in Manchester at that time through the 70s and 80s. And chuí around sale, like an am sin a written seachtaidí and the hooktaidí. And I suppose again, when rave music and house music came into England in 88, 89 and the Summer of Love, and then house, I suppose, was one thing, and techno, but then you had the other side, the indie rock side, which developed through the 90s, a Honig's Jackson Nócadí, and how that came from the Smiths as well, and how all these things kind of interacted is tócha an chuirá idir gníomhiocht idir na rudí tir friúla seo. I think that side of it is very interesting. But for me, I suppose the bottom line is, why is music important? You can talk about all these cultural elements and in society and stuff. Tá tú ná an labhairt cíchomh tábhachtach agus atá sé ó thaobh cultúr de, ó thaobh suchaí de in terms of society. But at the end of the day, you should break it down. Language, you can do the same thing. Modulus and Changa, you can speak about colonialism and the psychology of speaking Irish versus English or whatever it might be. At the end of the day, it's a means of communication. Mian cumarsáidsa atá gceist ag deireadh an lé. And then in music, it's the same. Tá sé mar an céine leis an gceol that, well, what is it? It's just sounds, and that sounds hopefully cool. And for me, I think of through my life, and Oasis have helped me so much. Tá Oasis taréis cabhrú go mórlam I héal. Just putting on their music when I'm feeling good, but more so when I'm feeling bad. Nuair tá mé ag mothú go maith, ach níos mó ná sin nuair tá mé ag mothú go dona. The way it can just change your day or feel, even if you don't have someone around you who can kind of is saying, yeah, I know what you're going through. Fiú muna bhfuil duine éigean in the héal, congrach dit nó leat ag an am an gro. Tá sagam cinsáis rudaí, atá siúla le héal faoi láthair. It's like Oasis are, or that music is, or whatever. For you listening, it'll probably be a different bands or group. Dit sé éisteacht seans ma gomai sé mar Vanna Ceol no duine Arani, Defriúil, Adele or Taylor Swift. A lot of girls listen, especially younger girls might have that with Taylor Swift. And I think there's huge comparisons actually between the way, and of course there's guys who are into Taylor Swift, girls into Oasis. Tá lads agus tá sim acu with Taylor Swift, agus tá colony tá sim acu Oasis, but in general, obviously, that's more on the girl side in my generation, and Oasis more on the guys side. So, tá sin níos mó ó, haimh na buachalaí agus sin haimh na chalnaí. So, I think actually you can see huge, and especially last year with the Eras tour with Taylor Swift go háirithe nuirí leis an tour and chomhpháirt Eras le Taylor Swift, you could see huge, what's the word in English, parallels, I guess, agus lán rudí cosúla idir on rud atá siúil níos le Oasis. Agus a bhí ar siúil le Oasis written in Oakagee, and there was going on with Oasis in the 90s or 2000s or whatever, as what has happened over the last 10 years with Taylor Swift. Mar atá tar éis tarlaithe le Taylor Swift le de mlína anús. And people just buying into something more. That again, it's one thing like in the music, but when you buy into the person behind it, so it's rud amháin, it's rud amháin é chun sim a bheith agad sa cheol, ach an sin nuair tá simad sa duine tíobh hir den rud a hain behind the thing itself, then it's something even more special. It's rud fiú níos speisialta é an sin. Who again, with people you follow on social media, daoine is tócha bhfuil tú ag leanúint ar na mian ho síalta. It's one thing being interested in what they're talking about. Rud amháin is tócha sim a bheith ad sa rud ó bhfuil siad ag labhartrí. For example, you might have someone on Instagram talking about fitness and giving fitness tips. Beidir bhfuil simad I duine éigean ag labhart faoin achlíocht ar na mian ho síalta, agus ag tuairt leidena dit ó thaobh na hachlíochtaide. But you're probably not just buying into them or kind of whatever, buying their products or following them, whatever it might be. Seans má nach bhfuil tú in a leanúint just because of what they're talking about, but it's their character, it's their personality, and character, low on person-tucht, low freshen, the way they express things on chuid a bhíonn siad the chur rudí anúil, and more than anything, the story they have on scale atá acu. And we love, as human beings, we love stories. Mar chuoine is even linn scéalta, especially I think in Ireland's go háirithe an éireann is even linn scéalta, and the story by Oasis is incredible. I won't go through it all now, but watch the documentary about Oasis called Supersonic, came out in 2016 on chur a tháinig amach I 2016. Really charts the rise of Oasis and how it happened, and is loads of interviews with Liam and Noel and Bonehead and different people in the bands. Tá lán aglah Ega, le Liam, le Noel, le Daoine Defriúil, sa Vanna Ceol I Oasis. And it really just shows you the amazing story behind that, and also the story that different songs were written, and What's the Story, Morning Glory, one of the biggest selling albums of all time, and one of the best albums of all time, Ceann's an album, is star on Cheol in music history. They were only 13 days in the studio making that. They were out in the studio after had 3 lods ag déanú an album sin. A lot of other albums, some of the greatest albums of all time, people have taken 6 months or a year on and off in the studio to do it. Bhí siad the studio sé no blian umlan. And in those 13 days, they had a massive fight and fell out for a while. Tíbhaiste den 3 lods ag sin bhí trid ulwar acu agus ní rá siad ag déanú rud ar an am sin. So just those different stories behind it. And it's funny as well, because I've spoken about this in the podcast before. Tá sé seo ráit agam ar an bud craile ribh seo, and I'll try and finish on this tá mé chun éireacht a dhéanú críochnú ar seo, that if you look at Oasis, you think, well, what makes them so good? Like in terms of the actual music, maidir leis an geol é hain. Cin fá a bhfuil siad chomh sin. Because you look at the songs in terms of actually to play them on the guitar, and obviously Oasis are guitar-based bands, being gachar really siad bunithe ar an guitar. The songs aren't that hard to play. In fact, a lot of beginners like myself in the guitar, along thosaitheoirí cosúil am hain ar an guitar, learn Oasis songs first. Because, well, we like Oasis songs, but also because they're fairly easy to play. There's normally not too many bar chords. Normally you don't pick too much. You can just strum. Ní caiithú mór an bar chords dhéanam, ní caiithú mór an picking dhéanam. Just tá an strumming leis an strumming part an céine an táimar fad dhéanam C, G, E, C, G, D, rud éigean mar sin, ní lán chords, normally in a lot of chords. And you can play the songs in a simple enough way. Tá lán na harán a chasú in malach soch simply. Obviously, when they play them live, it's a bit more complicated. And a she'd a casu na harán sin bio níos costa, but you can play still a decent version of it in a simple way. Tatu nan version of lagan soch simply. It's an harán sin in malach soch simply, or malach soch ma agus malach chloshung ma, a version that kind of or way that sounds good. But then you kind of look at the lyrics, think, well, are the lyrics incredible? Although there's some brilliant imagery in Oasis lyrics. Cé bhfuil imagery agus lán íomhána aontacha is dócha ceol Oasis agus na harán takub. There's also a lot of nonsense in there. Tá lán seafóid sin. Even think about Wonderwall. What is a Wonderwall? No one knows. Like, and it's, I suppose you could say, well, it's a big secret, but also it doesn't really exist here. It's, it kind of is nonsense in a way. So I scaffolds atá own really in law era. And even think of lyrics. Today was meant to be the day they were going to throw back to you. We all sing that. Sure. We all sing that. A lot of people probably listen to this. Have been in a bar, played the guitar, whatever, sung it, and feels great, sounds great. We all, not all of it, but most of us love it. On chuid smógwin is evenlin, eh? But you actually think about what does that mean? And again, if you try and kind of force it one way or another, you can say, oh, well, that means, today was going to be kind of this moment where something was, but let's be honest, you're trying to find meaning in Tatuig Déanúir Thun Kiel. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ní lein rud mícheart le sin. Champagne Supernova. Okay, even the title doesn't make sense. But slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball, where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me. These lyrics don't really make sense. They're more in key leis na lyric sin. Obviously, they can be based on personal experience from Noel, who wrote most of the songs. Seans Mag will say buinsuch le tahi parsanta o Noel a shriv na hauron. But a lot of the time, and I think Noel has kind of said this, it's sometimes just lines to fill lines of the stories of him realizing the day they were gonna shoot a music video that he hadn't a second verse for the song, and the day they went into studio and law who she the jackets in studio knock round dara versa ega. And a lot of Oasis songs actually, and that What's the Story Morning Glory album, a lot of the songs such as Wonderwall only have one verse. Most songs in that genre should have two verses, if not three. On chuid modes and harán sa genre sin a rock, indie rock, but ceart go make gá versa ega loud, no beidir three. But these songs, these Oasis songs, such as Wonderwall, it's just the first verse three times. Just on verse again, on chéad versa, three or as a chéile. And if you listen to What's the Story Morning Glory, one half of the album has two verses and everything. The other half, Noel just kind of went, just not that bothered. We'll just put it out. With the same verse again and again. It was so effortless. But there's nothing that complicated behind it. Again, the songs, the Naharan soch simply on casu and guitar, the lyrics aren't that incredible or incredible imagery. Sometimes there's orint atáise, but a lot of lyrics don't really make sense. Alon's and the Haran Neil Keelaku, but there was just something that clicked. And Supersonic on chomhpháirtíocht in that documentary does an amazing job. Genocide Zab Duchredza of kind of showing the way just everything clicked between 1993 and 1996 for Oasis. It's your Nita Nokatri, I was Nita Nokashe Lahai Oasis, and everything came together. And again, buying into something bigger, the personalities, the person tuchti atá Savannah Kjol that are in the band, and just the magic behind the feel, the vibe. I know the word vibe is used too much. Usáid there on focal vibe, numerica na leighn the show. But I think actually for something like this, it's a good word, just something in the air, rud san air that just worked and existed. And Noel often speaks about the songs just coming to him. He didn't write them; they just kind of came to him. And he was just at the kind of wishing well, or at the fishing by the lake, metaphorically, the session thing. Just on sin, gach law, you have to be there in order for it to kind of fall out sky and come to you. Kaitu a vet and sin, gach law, hone hits him, amach as on spare, agus a vet agat. So, yeah, that's my me going crazy about Oasis for half an hour. Mistake dul crachalsa foi Oasis fa la or fa or a clig shin misha craigniha anish. That's me done now. So yeah, I know, I'm very happy they're back together. I'd love to go to one of the gigs this summer, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But for all them dull, good ceant and ceol cormacach, need come here, go say on Tarloop, but I don't mind. The biggest thing for me is that they're brothers again, they're speaking again, they're performing again. Tá siad mar horcha ríis, tá siad ríis ag déanú ceol le chéile agus ag casú le chéile ag déanú gigs, le chéile ag déanú chomhpháirt doing a tour together. That's for me the most important thing. Sin dumsa an rud is tábhachtaí, and it'll always mean a huge amount in my life. Godó by sheets and fear havaduk e ma hail. So I think we'll leave it there. Ceapan gulmuds hon e aglan sin. If you are going to an Oasis gig this summer, please enjoy it. And I suppose another thing is I am actually very grateful to live in a generation to my fear bhuiach hon a vet in loon, that even though I'm not going to the gigs, I can still listen to the audio online or find YouTube clips of the show or social media clips. You know, people talk a lot negatively about the internet, being daoine gra along ruddy jiltica foin idralín, but also you need to remember there's some amazing things, you know, being able to stay so in close and follow different things, behind the scenes things of the Oasis tour on the vet and on ruddy stocha BTS behind the scenes of leanúint sending me on Seisialta, and to hear the audio from the gigs and stuff is still pretty special. So fós soch speisialta and something I never thought would happen again. Rud, you know, cheap misha or fan the blinta ní raushi her Tarlu MHL. So we'll leave it there. Támad tunna ágal an sin. Big thank you for listening. As always, gurmí the mágah as a bheith éisteacht mar is gnách. If you want more stuff for learning the language, go to learnirishonline.com or become a member at patreon.com/learnirishonline. Take a learnirishonline.com lahaina corsi a churmuds amach for the courses that we put out. No, patreon.com/learnirishonline lahain balriacht umlan, no on balriacht Gaeilge Weekly for the full membership or the Gaeilge Weekly membership either. Free trials are available for both. Thank you very much. Gurmí the mágah, slán agus bannacht.